This podcast provides a platform that will share many different points of views that should empower you, uplift you, make you want to go out and do right. When you hear the term still a man, say, yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Let's go.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Still a Man podcast. Let's get right to it. Tonight's topic: once upon a time, I dated a white girl, and I'm claiming it.
You was the old, and you admitting it.
So, I shout out to what's her name, Mariah Lynn, and her song. But that's a different topic. But I was hearing her voice. All right, let's go. So this is gonna be a good conversation. I'm just gonna ask everybody to be respectful of everybody on the panel. Mute your phone so that we don't hear any sidebar conversations and background, no disruptions. All right, let's get to it. So for a long time now, there have been some issues. It's considered to be a stereotype, a taboo. It's a forbidden subject, so to speak. You have this, white-black relationships as it pertains to black men dating white women. It's something that society.
Whose mic is that? I'm sorry.
That's Robert. Robert, over there yelling at his kids.
That's something that society, struggled with. It seems to be something that was more of an issue back in, I'm gonna say, the late 80s into the 90s. Early 90s, 1993, I believe it is, or 1991, they came out with a movie, Jungle Fever, and that was simply talking about exhibiting on the big screen how white women and black men come together, and there's a whole bunch of taboos culture-wise, and how it changes each individual's life. So let's do this like a Alcoholic Anonymous meeting. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. Hi, my name is David. I dated a white girl, and then another, and then another, and then and so on and so on. Probably was a handful of them. I'm gonna let the guys go first. Sean, you can go next.
Yes, do it exactly how you did it.
No, so basically,
You can say yes.
But if you're comfortable in taking that approach, let's keep it going.
That's how you was gonna model it.
Yeah,
Right.
Miss Sean and I've dated a couple of white ladies.
Okay. Timmy, you're next.
Yeah, I had a few white ladies too.
Okay. Gregory?
Yes, I've dated I don't know. I had relations with a white woman.
And so you had a relationship or whatever of sort. Did you interact with a white woman? Did you was dating to get to know them? Or did you have sexual relations?
She was my supervisor. It was a slave owner.
That's your intake on it.
Robbie?
Wow.
Did I date him, love him, or leave him? I think I did it all.
Honesty is the best policy. All right. Did I get all the guys?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go. So I took the liberty. I was speaking to Patsy earlier. If you watch our product and been a part of our recordings, our shows. You know, Patsy is she's our resident white girl, so to speak. And she has been open about dating black men. And I believe she even said she was married to a black man. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna, with that being said, I gotta ask the other ladies that are black or women of color. Um, did you and do you have a problem with black guys dating white women? And if so, how did it make you feel? And guys, please let these ladies speak their minds. So I'm gonna go around to the ladies that are present. Let's go to Tanya first.
Oh, put me on the spot. Okay, honestly, I'm
No.
gonna have to say I've never had a problem with it. Because love is love. If you're interested, you're interested. I know there's a lot of racial undertones with it, but I believe I'm a believer of love is blind. And so, you know, I don't have a problem with a black man dating a white woman or a white woman dating a black man.
So has that always been your perspective?
That's always been my perspective because I said before, I have family members that are mixed race, you know, where the men dated white women and the women dated
white men.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
Okay.
That's always been my perspective. I'm well aware of the racial undertones, but that's always been my perspective.
Okay.
I agree with you, Tanya, when you said
as a youngin, I had crushes on, you know, on the white male counterparts, but that's all I ever went to was a crush.
Okay. All right. Let's hear from Gina. Gina's the generation underneath us, so let's get her perspective. So Gina, what about you? Did you ever have a problem with white women dating black men? And do you have a problem with that?
No, I've never had a problem with anyone dating my black kings. It's when my black kings start to compare and think that they're dating the opposite race, and as like they're saying that it's better because black women don't do this and black women don't do that. So I'm going to date the white women. I'm going to date the Spanish women. I'm going to date the Chinese women because they do this and they're more submissive and they're this, they're that. So that's the only when I have a problem, like not necessarily against the women. It's more towards the men that say it and that have that they have that thought in their heads, you know, right? So no, I don't have a problem. You date who you love, who you want to love. You date who you want to date, but don't say you're doing it because you don't deal with black women, because black women have attitudes and black women aren't submissive and black women don't do this and black women don't do that. That's when I start looking at you weird.
So let me just, as she says that about them saying that there's a lot of black guys that say this and that about what black women do not do, women of color. The top reasons they claim that black men, young and old, flock to white women is because black women, they claim, are too masculine, domineering, and greedy. Now, again, I don't know where they get these things from, but this is where.
So the reason why a lot of black men think that is because it goes all the way back to slavery. They think that having a white woman is a prize. They think having a white woman or having a woman that is, you know, quote unquote, different. I'm losing I'm having a mind fart right now. Just exotic. There's the word, exotic. Something exotic or something that they weren't supposed to have. And that's a prize. Yeah, I've heard and seen so many Black men just talk about their, oh yeah, I'm dating this white chick like it's a trophy, like they just slam the trophy on the table, like I'm dating this white chick, yeah, she's this and she's that. I mean, the girl can't cook, the girl can't do nothing besides open up her legs and she shuts up, so it's more of a trophy thing, meaning look what I got and look what she's doing for me, and she ain't gonna talk back, and she gonna listen to me. See, Black women, we're strong. We have been brought up, well, most of us have been brought up to be strong. That's what they say, strong Black women. So if you sit up here playing in my face and disrespecting me, you know the white girl, I'm not saying all white women, but the white girl, the Spanish girl, the Asian girl might not say shit to you, but I'm gonna say something. And you
You
can
gotta
call,
come up.
and you can call that whatever the hell you want to call it, but you ain't gonna play in my face, period. Respect goes both ways. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
Exactly.
so
Yep.
let me take this a step further. So, Patsy, um, you dated your selection of Black men, true or false?
Right.
Have have you been treated like you a trophy of sorts, or have you ever treated the Black man of your choosing like they was a trophy or a reward or one up on women of color?
Mm, not that I'm aware of. Like if they said they told other people, "Oh, I'm their trophy," they did it with without my knowledge that I'm that trophy. But they didn't, like most of the guys that I've dated that were Black never fronted in front of me like, oh, this is because I know I've had attitude like if you gonna act funky, I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna have that attitude like, okay, you ain't just gonna treat me any kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
Like, nope, back that shit on up because I feel like, it's about how my mother raised me too, it's like you don't have to take no BS from nobody. I don't care who they are, male, female, grown or child, it's like, you gotta, sometimes you gotta back their stuff and put them in their place. And if they don't like it, oh well, you know what, you can get to stepping.
Right.
So you don't care if they coming from the 99 to the 2000s.
Right. If you step sideways with me, I'm telling you to back it up and rewind.
Okay. So
Correct.
let
Pause
me
correct.
let me ask the guys on the panel. So Timmy, did you find that the women, the white women that you dated was supposedly more submissive, that they were less domineering, less masculine, more feminine, and they they were more giving as opposed to taking?
See, with me, I done dove in a bunch of different nationalities, So for me, they all are just women. They all are women, just like we all just men, So for me, it don't have no color or nothing. We just doing which comes natural with attraction. So, I don't I know that a lot of athletes and a lot of entertainers, you know, have the white women on their arm, because like Gina said, not just because they let them run over them, some of them, but because they feel like with this, she's more classy. They figure the white woman have manners. She's elegant. She she's not like a black woman. They think every black like they think of every black male sell drugs and do nothing for their kids. Well, they for the women, they think the women, these are black men that's thinking that, oh, we can't be with a black woman because she's too ghetto. She's gonna state her opinion, say what's on her mind, and he as that he can't have that type of nonsense in the limelight because definitely black women definitely put it out there. They want people to know this is what's going on and they want public opinion.
Hmm.
Can I ask
And
a question?
can I just say something real quick off of what Timmy just said? In the NBA, it's not a lot of black like LeBron James, he got his black wife, and there's a few other ones, but predominantly most of those black men are with someone that's not of their race.
Mm.
Like I would say honestly, probably 85% of them are with white women or Italian or Spanish, or 85%. I would probably say 90% of them are with 100 with women that's not their race. But I just wanted to just say that.
All right,
So,
Tanya, you
And
was
the
gonna say
ones you
something?
don't know,
my,
they wives are on
my,
basketball wives.
my
Exactly.
question was going to be, or is, do you think that at different income levels of fluency, I would say, um, with the black men, do you think that gives them when they date white women, or is it a different end goal? Like if someone of our let's say below the medium of a money
Okay, so
versus
hold on, guys.
versus being above the medium,
So like a
All right,
middle
hold on.
class.
So
like
so hold
middle
on.
class versus
Middle class.
affluent, versus affluent versus lower class. Do you think the different classes um will guide them when they date in the women of opposite race, or white women or a different nationality? Do you think that they're looking to date those women for stature or clout or
Absolutely. Look,
this this,
Kanye West
this
said it best. Kanye West said it best. Soon as he get on, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl. Period. That's what happens. That's
But
not just
and Kanye wasn't just saying things just to be saying it, because you see what
right.
he did.
Exactly. And he did the
So
same exact thing that he
exactly.
said he was gonna do.
Exactly. So again, Timmy said something referring to this earlier. When someone tells you something, you better listen to them, because he basically told you what he was gonna do. So I don't know if he was
Right.
talking to his current girlfriend or Amber Rose or whoever,
It
but
was Amber Rose.
as soon as he came
And
up,
well, no, he
whatever.
he he left his girl for Amber Rose. Like he had a black female and he was with her for years. As soon as he got on and got some money or whatever like that, he left. He
Mm.
left her.
Yeah.
And she has a YouTube thing talking all about it. But yeah,
All right, so hold on, guys. Just to be fair, because I want to go around to the rest of the guys to get a chance to answer the initial question. Sean, as a black man dating white women, did you ever find that they were more submissive, or did they treat you like you was a special, a trophy, a reward, or did you treat them like they was a trophy? John,
He's on mute.
you got to turn your mic on. right, I'll go to Rob and I'll come back to Sean.
I'm sorry.
Sean, you
Yeah,
back?
yeah.
All right, Sean, go ahead. Did you hear the
Uh,
question?
no, I didn't.
Okay, so the question is, so do you find that, did you find that the white women, so they say that white women are more submissive and they treat the black men that they're dealing with as a trophy, and the black men in turn treat the white woman like she's a trophy. It's a reward system.
For me, do I find them more submissive? No. Um, what what I do find from my experience is that they, I believe they appreciate men, period. And I'm gonna leave it strong right there that they just appreciate the role of a woman for a man.
Okay, so so can I ask you this, this part of it, did they treat you like you a trophy?
No, didn't treat me like a trophy, but definitely treated me, like I was their man, like their, for lack of a better phrase, king, if you will.
Okay.
They focus. They focus
When
on.
I
They
say when
focus
I
with
say
on.
trophy, I don't mean like, oh my God, here's my black boyfriend or here's my black woman. No, I don't mean it like that. But when they
You mean
talk to
like,
people in their circle, you know, they talk as if their white woman, yeah, I got me a white chick, you know what I'm saying? She's from Holbrook or whatever, and she does whatever the hell I said. I've heard this multiple times. Like when I say trophy, I don't mean like, oh yeah, you're just throwing it at everybody that would listen to you. But when they're amongst their peers, it's a trophy.
So it almost seems as if those individuals that you're referring to, in that sense, they're opportunists. So they're just more so,
Probably, yeah.
it's less to do with their color, more so what they can do for
So
them.
can I ask Sean a question?
Go ahead.
When you say that when dealing with the white woman, they show that they appreciate, was that the word you used? That they
yes. Mhm.
so when you with a woman, a queen, a black woman, they don't show appreciation.
No, ma'am. They do show appreciation, but just in clarity of my answer, because the answer was asked to me.
Loaded.
Yeah, okay.
John, don't change your answer.
No. My
Because
answer isn't
he's
changing.
answering it. He's
No.
answering it
My
based
answer
upon the
isn't
way
changing.
I asked him.
Right.
So go
Right.
ahead and finish it.
Yeah.
No. And so that's why I said with my experience,
Yeah.
I think it was a cultural thing, because for my experience because I grew up around white people, so they appreciate the dynamics of what a man is, what a woman is,
Okay.
in a relationship type
But
deal.
can I just say something, Sean, real quick after
Yes,
just putting you
ma'am.
back? I'm so sorry. It's
That's all
just
right.
that I feel like maybe black men think that way or think the way you're saying it. And I'm not saying that you're wrong, but a lot of black women aren't raised by their fathers.
And
So,
you know
so
what?
wait,
That's good.
coming
That's
coming from
good.
the dynamic of us, you saying they appreciate a relationship or a man's role. A lot of black little girls or women haven't seen that dynamic in their household, so that could be the reason why you feel that way.
Well, that could be the reason why I
That
feel
could be the
that way.
reason
That
why the
also could
women
be the reason why
are
that
like
it
you.
actually is. Yeah, but
Yeah,
because
but
you
so whose fault's that? So at
but
the
it's
end of
not
the day,
about a
it's still
fault there.
It's not about
But it's
fault.
not a fault, because
Right. It's not a
I'm
fault.
just answering, like I said, I'm just answering the question how it was
right.
presented. And so the way that the question was presented to me was my experience to what do I think. And so because I was brought up around them, I
Mm-hmm.
saw how they, like, if you look at society today alone, period, just like say you never been in a relationship with any of them, like experienced that. Just look at the dynamics of how each culture is
Right. So
raised and
that's what I'm
how
saying.
they
I didn't
respond.
mean fault. I didn't mean fault. I meant
Okay.
who's the common denominator in this point? Because it's still pointing at the black man.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's
It's still
key.
it's still
That's
pointing at
key.
the black man each way you look at it, because the woman, the black man wasn't in the child's life, and here she is growing up and wanting a black man, right? And y'all don't want her because she is the way she is because of, it's just a cycle. You know what I mean?
No,
You get it?
I get exactly
no,
what you're saying.
that's just not it, because the agent, you know, just like producers and all those, you know, they see money, right? And you are their cash cow, right? So I'm talking about an athlete or an entertainer, the ones who that people be down on the most, because they're the ones who be, showboating and flaunting. What it is that they're cash cows, right? And these people get into their ear and tell them, listen, if you want to make it even bigger, you can't be seen with these ghetto black ratchet girls. You need to find you a good, wholesome white girl that, is going to make it look better for you in the long run. You dig? And that's with all of them, every last one of them. So they all do it because they are told not to mess with any ratchet black women.
So
You
what
know,
about the regular Joe and Jane?
yeah.
What
So
about
that
those
so
people?
so you go ahead and answer that, Robert, because basically it's on you too to answer that same question.
I'm gonna put it like this to all the Ginas in the world, and and some of the other people that is a little bit on the skeptic side. You give a man a box of Fruit Loops. You got different colors. They choose what loop they like, what tastes better. It's like lightsabers, like now ladies, different flavors. You know, you can't say because this man likes a white woman today and he doesn't like the black woman of yesterday. Maybe in 2, 3 days or a week or a month later, he finds that black woman that's for him. It's just at that time, this black woman is not doing it for me. I went out and found me what I think that would do it for me at that time. It happens to
she
be a white
wasn't a
lady. It could have
flavor of
been
the
a
month.
Spanish lady. It could have been a Chinese lady. It could have been anything but that black sister. But it ain't that we have something against them, because if we did have something against them, we would never have dated them, period. They wouldn't even be, coming off our tongue. We'd just be talking about other race. So I'm going to say I dated a white woman, and enough of them for my own reasons. It wasn't because they was putting me up on this stand, and they was worshiping my feet and kissing and rubbing them and all that. That's what I like. That's what I wanted at the time. When it comes to black women, the reason why I don't date them is my own selfish reason. I was raised in a home with my sisters and my mom, very strong, opinionated women. And then I see how some other black women, they see something on TV or they sit in a group and they have a conversation, they carry it in the worst way. That's me. I'm not saying every man thinks that way. I'm saying those are some of the flaws that I have with my culture. They 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 do the most. White women, they tend to, I want to say this respectfully, like Sean was trying to say, because I want to use a different word and I don't want to use that word. Like he was trying to say, they know what a man is and what a woman is. I'm not saying you guys don't, but when they come to play their place in their role, they stick to that. This is how I'm gonna act with my man. I love him for who he is. I shouldn't worry about what he isn't. You know what I mean? I'm here for him. I don't know if you understand that, but it's not like a prejudice thing when it's coming to picking who we want to be with. It's our preference.
So I guess I just have a different opinion about my experiences. Like when I was
They're
younger,
lovely.
and when I was older, it was all for a different reason. The reason why I dated white women when I was younger is because, like Sean said, that's what I grew up around. I grew up around black women and white women, but when I went to school, elementary, I went to school with it was predominantly white. So we had like Irish, Greeks, Italians, and other white people around us, and there was black people, my family and other black families. But to be honest with you, I don't think that I can honestly say, whereas I'm concerned, the black women around me at that time, the black girls, they weren't attracted to me. It wasn't that I wasn't attracted to them. They just wasn't checking for me. They was checking for others, not me. So I liked it, the girls that liked it me. The ones that thought enough of me to pay attention to me, that's what I was dealing with. And it just so happened to be that they were white girls. Now, when as an adolescent, yeah, plenty of black girls around me. I had the adoration and I admired those black girls around me and stuff like that. But again, and even during some of that time, most of those girls wasn't checking for me. To be honest, they was checking for my brothers and other people around me. I just didn't catch their eye for some reason. It was like I was the ugly duckling or something like that, the black swan. I don't know if that's what it was, but that's the way I felt. So those girls wasn't checking for me. So again, those white girls, they thought enough of me. But when I got into my first relationship, it was with a black girl. And I stayed with that black girl for like 4 years. But then after that relationship was over, then the black girls that admired my relationship with that black girl, again, they was gone again after that relationship was over. And the ones that was there to console me was those white girls again. So that's who gave me attention. So that's who I gave my attention to. But later on in life, yeah, I can't say as an adult dealing with white women, did I know any woman to be truly submissive and don't have nothing to say? Because that's what, just call it what it is. Women of all cultures, all colors, they all got something to say. They loud, they're proud, and they ain't all gonna always say things to rub your ego, so to speak. So white women, black women.
As time went on, sorry not to cut you off, Caucasian women developed to act the way the sister woman was acting. She steady and watched her stay and do things to the man, and then she developed that same character.
Okay.
Okay, we haven't talked about talked about the flipping the roles. So
wait,
the what?
Can I talk? Let me talk because I listened to all of
Yeah,
y'all.
Gregory didn't get on.
I
Gregory
even tell
didn't
my
go yet.
experience. It's a little bit different
Yep, go
from what
ahead,
you was
Gregory.
saying.
Go ahead,
Hold on,
Gregory.
guys. You can't all talk at the same time. Gregory.
Gregory, go ahead.
It's on you, Gregory.
And I heard what you was saying too, cause I heard a white man say the same thing about black women earlier, and the relationship with black men with white women, about it being like a trophy thing. I can see that being a real thing, because even when I was messing with my supervisor, it was like kind of different when I came to the hood where, and they're like, who's this white guy? It's not, it don't even have to be you. You just, it's like a taught behavior for some reason. Everybody
Mhm.
around you is saying this stuff now. You get what I'm saying? And then
It seemed like some intimidation.
No, it's an embedded mentality from
and,
slavery.
and then you got the dynamic where you was talking about the women not having the black men in the house to learn that behavior to nurture the black men. It's all something that is learned from,
Mhm.
and
So
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
embedded in our generation for some reason. But with my experience with the white girl, I had to look at it different now because it was only one girl that I ever messed with in the white race. So she was my
Doing like they
supervisor.
did us, screw
And for me, I don't know if it felt like it was a power dynamic for me because I felt like I was sleeping with my supervisor and this, that, and the third. And it might have felt like a power dynamic for her too, because she even told me about the last person she slept with. She tried to give a job and he fucked up and this, that, and the third. I
was he
mean,
a
excuse
black?
my language. Excuse. He was
Yeah,
probably mixed race. He was Hispanic and black or something like that.
All right,
yeah.
so he's a person of color. So go
He's a
ahead.
person of color. So, I don't know if she felt like there was a power dynamic there, but looking back me being a little bit younger than her and her talking to people that she knows she's getting jobs and stuff, is she might have felt like she was in a power dynamic when she was messing with me. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You never really know what people are thinking until they say it.
Let me ask you
She
this.
But
was
I
part
felt like
of
I
predicaments.
probably didn't take the whole situation serious. She could have probably been my girlfriend or something, but I
So
didn't take it too
let me ask you
serious.
this
Nah.
question. Let
You
me
was
ask you.
you was just one of her many minions of men that she slept with. You was there to help her build the business any how she felt, any one of y'all that
But
she
that's the
felt.
thing. That's what I'm saying. Because like everybody else is saying, she was giving me things. We're going
So
on break. I'm taking longer breaks because I'm working with her. We're going off doing stuff.
did you feel like that you were special? Did she treat you like you was a trophy of
She
sorts?
was treating me a
Hell
little
yeah.
bit. That's what I'm saying. She was
Hell
treating me a
yeah,
little
you
bit
felt.
more special than a girl I would have been dating at work that is of color. No bull crap, but
You was
maybe this
like
is
the
something that
goddamn
we're learning.
underboss.
You get what I'm saying? And we're not doing it intentionally, and we need to come back together and fix the problem instead of being
Did you
like
ever think?
somebody's doing this and somebody's doing that, or
The
she's
overseer.
faulted here and he's faulted there. It's kind of crazy. We
Did you
gotta
ever
get
think
out of that
that was
mindset.
just? Did you ever think, Gregory, that was just your worth? You should have been treated like that,
That's
regardless
what
if it
I'm
was white
saying. Maybe
or black.
I didn't take it too serious at the time because of learned and taught behavior. But she probably was treating me way nicer than a lot of females I was messing
Hold
with.
on,
You get
hold
what
on.
I'm
I want
saying?
to be clear. I want to be clear about what Mr. Remy just asking you
I
because
know my worth.
he's saying,
So
did you
treat
know
me
your
and
worth?
treat
But
me.
the way you described this situation, you was a sex slave.
Right.
Oh
Mhm.
no, it was nothing like that.
That's what I was saying to you. And she probably didn't look at it that way. And I probably didn't look at it that way at the time. But now that I'm older,
Yeah, you felt like you was banging
this
the
is
boss.
something
You
that
had
was
some
embedded
privilege.
in both of
But
us. You get what I'm saying?
to take
She's
it
in a
a little
position of
step
power. This is me. Excuse
to
me. This is the
take it a
person
little
working
step
for.
further about the conditioned behavior. This was a white woman. She
Mm-hmm.
messed with
Mhm.
messed with men of color.
Mm-hmm.
You think she had the mentality that she was the overseer and basically what David just said?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it probably is something deep embedded in us, and you don't notice it at the time. But this is
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
doing. She probably did that a couple of times and didn't realize I'm playing the position of the overseer's wife. You get what I'm saying? Or
All right,
the
so
master's wife.
let
Yeah,
me
that's you want to look at it. That's
let's
what you was doing.
let's go back to
She made you the underboss.
let's go
You the co-boss, executive and shit.
let's go
Oh,
back to the
my
let's go
skin.
back to the origin of where this stems from. So again, it goes back to earlier white black relations. There was a superiority complex. So you had the as Tanya said, the white man that was the master overseer positions of authority and power. And then you had the women. Now, when these overseers, the masters of the plantation, went on their long journeys, probably trick off to go see other women that they had in other towns, probably. They said
Nah,
Timmy, let me
go.
finish. Let me finish. And they said they was going on business meetings and stuff like that. Now
They're on the damn farm.
these women, the mistress of the plantation, they had needs. So they knew that their husbands, the plantation owners, were having sexual relationships and fathering children with the female slaves and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when those owners was away, those women took advantage of the male slaves too, and they used them to basically put out their sexual fires, to provide their needs, to do what they needed done.
Now, something of a payback.
So it was
Dave,
I can do it.
And Dave, it doesn't just have to be the white women. I have black women that treated me that way.
Yeah, but we're talking about, in this sense, stay in context, we're talking about white women. Once upon a time.
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you, for me, my personal experience with that, I had black women to do that, what you were just talking about.
Well, you can. I think that most of the men on this panel.
Well, you didn't live in those times. How did you have a black woman treat you like that in slavery times?
Because
don't worry, Gregory. Once upon a time, he was a slave,
and it was almost sort of like prostitute status.
Oh Lord! All right, let's get to the context. I don't know if you was the prostitute or not, but let's go back to what I was saying. So ladies, let's go back to what Gina was saying. So this is where that stems from, where you have these broken homes and stuff like that. So now you got these men that are absent, and from the home, y'all made me jump way over back to the other part to make it sense. So what I was saying was, that's where the origin of this whole sex relationships between black men and white women started. It was a taboo. It was something forbidden. It was something that was not supposed to be done. So then you have black women say this to the black men that are sleeping and dating white women and are marrying white women. They say the only reason why you can't get a black woman, or you won't be with a black woman, is because they're too strong. That's why you need a white girl, because she'll let you walk all over her, and she don't really want you. She just wants to see how it feels to sleep with a slave. So again, and Patsy, don't think ill of me, but I have to ask you, as a white woman, have you ever heard that said to you by a black woman when they saw you out and about with your black man of choice? Or did you ever have to get down and dirty with them because they came at you like that?
No. No one approached me with it like that, or said anything to me. And if at least not to my remembrance that somebody came out and said it like that. But in my mind, say like, because my mother was a single parent, so I kind of had like that strong personality where I don't pay attention to haters anyway. So it's like whatever,
Okay.
It's like I hear it, but I don't hear it. It's like when it comes down to somebody hating on me, okay, you can hate, but I ain't gonna pay that no mind. I'm gonna do me and do what I do, and it don't matter like what color a man is. It's like, if you treat, like I said earlier, if you come correct and treat me right, I'm gonna treat you right. It's about respect between the two of us. It's It is what it is, you know, and if whatever happens between us and we part ways, that's what happened to part ways, you know. But 9 times out of 10, it really didn't have anything to do with what other people had said or didn't towards us, you know.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let me ask the other lady. So if you're just joining us tonight, we are talking about once upon a time I dated a white girl, basically black men dating white women, or black boys dating white girls, whatever stage you are in your life. So let me ask the ladies on the panel. So I'll go to Tanya and Gina next. So do you feel that way, Tanya, that don't need black men to date white women, or black men that can't hold on to a black woman, or they're inferior, they're just afraid of black women, or they ain't strong enough to be with a black woman?
I think that we all are dealing with our own insecurities and inner demons, and I believe that everybody is looking for love. They're looking for their soulmates, whether it's she white, blue, green, yellow, whatever. They're looking for love. And a relationship is relationship between a man and a woman. It doesn't matter what color you are. I think society puts that thought process on that is wrong, and taking it back to this. I mean, there's some truth in it, but society is making it more prevalent than it really needs to be, because we're all spirit. We're spirit first, and then we're flesh. That's why you're battling between the two constantly. So we're just looking for love. We're looking to be loved unconditionally.
Okay. Gina, what about you? Do you think it's any truth in what black women, some black women say the reason why black men date white women is because they're not strong enough to hold on to a black woman, or they're afraid of her, they're too sensitive, and white women let you walk all over them? Or let me take a step further, where you got some black women that say, we don't care if you date them anyways, because we didn't want you anyways. That's why you're available to them. So go ahead, Dina.
I mean, I want my black men, you know. The problem is black men wanting us. You know, I think that when men that say that, hold on, babe. Okay, hold on. I think that black men that say that black women are too masculine is, I think it's crazy, because if we're too masculine, it's because we're forced to be masculine in homes where the black man is not there. So you're punishing me because this is what I had to do, you know, and now you don't want me because it's just like I said before, it's just a cycle. I think that when it comes to us, black women are the most hated and disrespectful women or humans on this freaking planet.
But y'all also
They
some of
make
the most
themselves
loyal,
that. You
We're
got
also the
idols.
blueprint. The irony is we're also the blueprint,
and you're
You
right?
got
also
idols out here. You got idols out here that
Can I
make
say
that
this? Cause
statement.
wait a
it's
minute.
four elements missing: to nourish, and to provide, and to care. It's the two things for men and women, is what I'm trying to say. They took that
Well,
away
men
from us.
in our heads, real quick, cousin,
Women don't
our
care no
heads.
more because they're the providers.
Who?
Right,
No, but
right,
I care.
right.
I care.
That's
Even though
it.
the thing is, so take my
Well,
example for
majority. I don't mean to. I'm just trying to say, like, as a majority, not individualized.
no. I understand, but I can only speak for myself. So I'm forced to be a single parent. I didn't want to be a single parent, but I'm forced to do so. So in that aspect, I have to take on roles that have to be the protector and the provider and the mom and I'm not gonna say the dad, but I have to play
You are the
into
dad.
roles.
You gotta play all
I gotta
roles.
play into all the roles. I have to be a jack of all trades and a Jill of all trades. You know what I'm
But
saying?
men have to
So
do that too,
I've been
cuz
told, but
they stripped
listen,
us.
but I've been told, but the majority is black females. Now
Right.
I'm not taking away from anybody else, but the majority is black females that's raising their children on their own. So now that I have to do that, right? And I have to put on so many different masks, and no matter what goes on in my life, I still have to protect and provide. Now, a man has
That
told me,
is
"Oh, you're too masculine. You're too this." It's because all this
you
time
have to be.
I had to be that. So if somebody comes in my life, and I've lived on my own for a long time. My son's father hasn't even lived with me. So for a man to come in my life now and expect me, hold on. Okay, hold on, baby. Okay. Okay, hold on. For a man to come in my life and be like, well, I'm gonna do this for you. It's gonna take me a little while to adjust.
Now
Not
let me
Because
just a while. It could take
Can
you
I speak to
years.
something that
It could
Gina
take
yeah,
said?
you years.
go ahead, Sean.
All right, so Gina, this is no attack on you at all whatsoever. So please hear me when I say what I'm about to say.
mm-hmm.
When you made a statement about that, you didn't choose, or we don't choose to be single parents and this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
In all actuality,
We do.
when we form our families outside of the will of God, that is the choice that we've chosen.
Yeah, I get what you're
So,
saying.
and
But
so,
I fell
but
for the okey doke. That was the
no, no,
plan. But
I get
he
it. No,
told, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
no, go ahead. You can say your piece, and then I'll come back.
He told me that he wanted to have the baby first because his parents were getting older. His mother was sickly, and it will really mean a lot to her if I have the baby. So that I'm not saying that I wasn't stupid and
Mhm,
believed the shit because I was
mhm.
dumb. I was dumb, 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 dumb. But I fell for the okey doke. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, it's a blessing in disguise because I wouldn't want to have married that man.
And
Alright,
that's all
cuz
fine.
listen to what
And
I
The
was
Wait,
so,
wait,
saying
wait,
about.
wait, Gregory. Wait, go
No,
ahead.
hold on, because I think I
No,
started the
Sean
conversation
wasn't even
about the
finished
Sean
his
was
provider
statement.
going
thing, right?
first,
Yeah,
Gregory.
let Sean finish responding to what Gina was saying. Then you can go, Gregory.
and so with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
when we when you said that you've encountered individuals that may have come along and said that you're strong because you had to put on this hat and this, that, and the third. We as a society as a whole, we're ignorant to a lot of things because we are a me society. And instead of looking at situations as how they are, we're thinking of always trying to come into a situation that is how it best fits us. So we never look at situations to what they are and how they even got there.
Yep.
All right, Gregory, you said you was going to respond. Go ahead.
I was saying for the thing that he was just saying about the many hats and things, and how the women feel like they gotta be all things. That's because you were stripped of everything. And
Mm-hmm.
then it's like we're forgetting that part. And instead of us helping each other to build each other back up, we're bashing each other with this. You got women out there talking about you's a broke B neck, a broke B mother sucker, whatever the hell you want to call them. You know what I mean? Then you got the men saying the women are too masculine. We don't want them. We want somebody that's submissive. It's like we're fighting each other for no reason, and we don't realize it.
Let me say this before we go to this first video, Gregory. You can go ahead and get that video ready. Let me go ahead and as a man and as a black man, a man of color, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to all the women on this panel, and I'm gonna say this: I apologize for your encounters with those version of men because they're still men. I'm not gonna take that away from them. They're males by gender, So they may not be the quality of men that some of us are, but they're still men. They're not the right men for your situation and for you, but they're men. And I just think they lesser. But let me just say this to all you women on this panel. I don't when guys say the woman is too masculine and she's more masculine than me, I can't in honesty and in comfort say that any woman is more masculine than me. And I'm not gonna even have that discussion or argument with no woman because I'm not going to measure my masculinity in comparison to yours because you as a woman you don't set no bar for me. Whereas a man is supposed to be. I've always told y'all a woman cannot raise no boy to be no man. It requires a man
Michelle told you that you can't raise a man
to be a man. Y'all can, but what you can do is point
give
them
him
in the
the
right
tools.
direction
Exactly.
of what a good man is supposed to be. And if you fall short of what a good man is supposed to be, go ask a good woman that has a good relationship with a good man, and she can give you the much needed guidance and insight that you require. But Gregory, everybody else, hold your thoughts real quick because we're gonna let Dr. Uma try to put this in perspective. Go ahead, Gregory.
The fuck the doctor, huh?
Zoom meeting.
He's a drug addict.
Equality. It is self-hatred. I'm telling Black men date out their race more than all other men put together. You know why? Racial inferiority. We don't think we're as good as the white man, so we need the white woman in order for us to feel an artificial sense of equality. It is self-hatred to the 20th power. I'm not against white women, but I support Black women. And in my support of Black women, I cannot condone interracial dating. But let's look at the economics. Take the romance out, take the emotion out. Let's look at the economics. Marriage is a business contract. Women on average live longer than men. So if I marry a white woman and I die prematurely, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I die prematurely, marvelous Marvin Hack, that I built as a Black man and give it to the Black community so we can help regenerate ourselves. She's going to keep that money for herself, and all that Black money will go back into the hands of white society. Interracial marriage is economic betrayal. Black.
I stop right there.
My Lord. My Lord.
All right, so we're gonna okay, so let me just say this to you guys real quick. So this is basically, I'm gonna ask you this. Do you agree with the doctor or you disagree with him? And Robbie, we know you want to go first, so let's be respectful of others. Let Robbie say what he's gonna say. And then ladies and gentlemen, if you want to respond to what he's saying, do it after he finishes. Go ahead, Robbie.
I used to think that I liked and admired him for some points he was making, but this was the worst. You know, if everything in life boils down to that old evil paper, the money you worrying about when you die, if you're with a white lady, the money that you leave behind goes back to the white race. That is so sad. If you worrying about that money going to the white race, while you're still alive, set up bank accounts so it can go to your Black family members. And then you won't have to worry or talk ignorant as you just did.
Yeah, that's what you got from that video?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to go ahead. Go ahead, Sean.
I agree with that's not all that I got from that video, but I do agree with what Robert said. The issue that I have with Dr. Uma, and I've always had this issue with him, is that again, we forget what our actual purpose and role on this earth was for. And so because it was so warped, meaning that the races were split and we had the different ones that was inferior to the others and those that were submissive to the other side, we gravitate to that as opposed to living or trying to live in harmony as a whole. And when we grasp that we are somewhat pretty much, we're equal. Society makes us not equal because we're not equal by economics, status, whatever category you fall in. Because we've been put in categories, that's where our self-worth or lack thereof comes into play. Once we can look at each,
go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Once we can grasp that we are a human race first, before all of these different colors, then I think we'll be all right. We will be all right because God doesn't see color. And so we was made in his image and supposed to have his understanding, his heart, and what have you.
His spirit.
And so because we don't function that way, and we just function off of our emotion and what we see and this, that, and the third, this is the reason why this is the reason why the world is the way that it is.
And that's why we always fall short of the glory.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
and
ma'am.
I think
Tim.
I was done.
Hold on, because I said Gregory. I want to
go ahead,
Gregory.
I was just gonna encourage everybody to look up the mud flood in Tartaria in Greece, so you can see that there was people of different races that lived in harmony before they actually made us believe that we should be warring against each other. But with that being said, there is an actual war going on between good and evil. And if you're on our side, because for some reason the people of color have been chosen to be the people that nobody really cares about, as if we're animalistic still. And there's been people that have been compared to us all the time. And even new groups of people that's not even racially involved in politics come in and they get their say in like the problems that we had going on for years.
You're underwater.
So it's just kind of crazy when you don't realize that there is actually a war against people of ethnicity. You get what I'm saying? Not even people of color, people that have all different types of races in them. You get what I'm saying? They don't want you to
the
come together.
so-called inferior race as opposed to the superior race.
They don't want you to be on our side. If you're on our side, you're supposed to work with us, not against us.
All right. That being said, Timmy.
Now, I think this guy is no better than that crazy broad Candace Owens. I think a lot of these people who portray themselves to be for blackness as quote unquote, you are not speaking for everybody. You were speaking for yourself and the few or the many followers that might click on and agree with the nonsense that you are spewing. But you are no better than her because you seem more like you trying to perpetuate the same nonsense that she's spewing. And all you could continue to do is divide it with these type of the doctor and Candace Owens. All you doing and they are like they say industry plant, they are no more than plants that they put in there to spew that bull.
But Uncle T, that's where I was gonna
good.
disagree with you at. I meant to tell y'all that earlier. I disagree, and I agree with Dr. Umar because for some reason we can't come together as us. We can't come together before we reach out to the other races and say, "Hey, we need to fight the powers that
can't
be
agree
all
with that
together.
nonsense
We
he
need to
just said.
come together."
He just spewed a bunch of
And
nonsense.
if you can't do that economically,
It's your fault
right,
if
John,
if you
right,
can't do
John,
that
negative.
economically or on lower levels,
Get him,
How
Sean.
could we ever prevail?
Gregory, I like what you said, and I hope that we listen to this. We people like him. Now there are some things that he says that are very true and very powerful. But the problem that I have with him is he does not know how to build us up without tearing the others down.
That's the
That is
thing
the
I'm talking about.
problem. That is the problem that we have. It's nothing about being pro-black. You can be pro-black without speaking always and sounding
Thank
like
you.
you're anti-white. If you're pro-black, focus on that and stay on that.
Right.
Because
We need
then you won't hear, because when we keep hearing for every good thing that he says positive about black folks, he comes and tears down the white, to where that's where we walk away with listening to.
What exactly did he say that was tearing down the whites, besides him not wanting somebody's black earned hard money going back into the white community?
Because
No. You
made
can lay.
because what he does, and I'll speak to this particular speech that you're talking about. I was speaking to him as a whole, because I followed him
Yes,
for
that's how
almost
I went.
15 years. But what he does is, what he said, that not so much that it tears down the whites in this particular speech, but what is the focus on the white? If you're pumping us up, why even have to mention them? Just give us the food.
That's like mentioning racism without mentioning white people as a whole. Anyway, like, you can't mention one without the other. He simply said in this clip alone that he doesn't want, which is 100% valid, he does not want the money that a black man earns for 15 years, and after he gets married to a white woman, to go back to the white community. And I completely agree with that.
But
So
Because at the end of the
No,
day,
because like
but check
Uncle
this
T
out, is
said
that the
earlier,
white?
all
But
the
here's the
famous
thing.
people,
No.
are doing that. They're the
No.
ones
But
that
here's the thing.
getting all
Here's
the
the
money, and
thing.
then they get a
I'll
woman
wait.
outside their race.
Get it in
So
there.
Here's the thing, Gina. To
so
what
he's
you just
pointing out
said,
a
that you
good fact.
focused on, to what you just focused on, that has nothing to do with white people.
Yes.
That has
right,
everything
because
to
Sean,
do.
he
Hold on.
said
That has
the
everything to
whole
do with
subject was
how
him.
that black man set his
yes.
life and
If Gina was listening,
his stuff up.
He said
Gina.
if a black man, he said if a black man marries a white woman, perfect example. He said Kobe Bryant, right?
Yep.
Kobe
And
Bryant,
Marvis Marley.
God rest in peace. I don't know who the other one is. Sorry, but
Boston, from Massachusetts.
okay,
Go
well, him
ahead.
too. And then he unfortunately passes away at an early age, and then all the money that man made out of his 20-30 year career is now going back to the white community.
Sean, let me do the
Yes.
But
rebuttal.
is that the white
Sean,
community's fault?
Sean, let me
I'm
do
not
Yes.
this.
saying
Hold on, Sean, because I was about to say
No.
it's about
I
it's
It's
about
going
going to
to
his
facts.
kids,
I
though.
No.
That's
watched
the
It's
a
going
wealthy
to
facts.
black
his
man
But the
kids.
said,
facts is,
It's going
Gina,
to
could you
his
Gina,
hear
kids.
me?
Gina,
I
listen
just
to
watched a
this.
Gina.
wealthy
Yeah,
black
I
Listen,
hear
man
you.
hold
say,
on, guys.
Dave, can I
Hold on,
just
hold on,
answer
hold
this?
on.
Because I'm the one that answered it from the
Hold on,
very
hold on.
beginning.
Hold on 1 second. You
I
can't
was
both
answering
be.
Sean. He said, is that the white
No,
man's
I
fault?
want
I'm
Gina
telling
to
you what they
understand
think.
something.
You
I'm
can't
telling you what
be.
they think.
You
The
can't
people
be
that's wealthy,
heard.
that make money.
Listen
They
to
said,
me.
we made you worship money, whether you notice it or
Listen,
not.
listen to what I'm saying. You're all making
You need
valid
it for
points.
everything. You needed to travel. You needed to
Mm-mm-mm.
eat. You needed, for real. People go to work. They go to work for money.
All right, so
You
But
listen.
almost a
we're trying
deity.
to make a
Listen,
point.
listen, listen,
So
listen.
when he speaks of
Listen,
bringing you
listen,
guys
listen.
together as an
Listen,
economic,
Gregory,
it
I
makes
don't want this
sense.
to
How
turn into
doesn't
a
that make sense?
situation where every time someone else is talking, someone else starts talking and it means to be heard. So what I'm saying to you guys is everybody's making valid points. You have to give people a chance to answer. So I'm gonna let Robbie go ahead and take a
I'm
shot
gonna
at
try
this.
to clear this up with Gina. Gina, when Dave said, "Let me let Robert speak," the first one after seeing that video, I tried to help you hear and see it clearly. It is not the white racist fault what the black man did not do while he was here on earth.
I never said it was though. That's where you didn't hear me. I never said it was nobody's fault. I'm saying the facts. What the facts are.
Agreeing with this man saying the money goes back to the white person, it's not
white
the
community,
daggone white people's
community.
fault.
Yes.
It's not their fault. I'm going to tell you what it is. If he didn't want that money to fall back into the white bankers, the white landowners, or whoever the suppressors, he would have opened up bank accounts for all his black loved ones. And all of his money that he
That's
ever
not
earned and
realistic.
made would have went to them.
How was that not realistic,
Let him
though?
finish. Let him finish.
He would all that money would have went to the people of his choosing. If he would have been wise. Some people of color, all they know is I'm out here making this money and I'm living my life for today. Tomorrow I might not be here. My loved ones is gonna need to be set up with some type of financial support to back them for the years they're here left on earth. But he did not think like that. At least that's the way we're to believe. Because we don't know if he left his kid or wife or whatever outside on people or mother or brother or sister some money. But if that's what you're doing, if you don't do that and you're dating a white woman, I hate the way they take that. It was good enough to lay with this white woman for those amount of years, have sex with her, kiss her, tell you love her. When you leave this earth, it's wrong because she's the only one left with the money. No, we got to change the way people are trying to make you live your life or believe it should be.
All right, now let me take a shot at this. So basically, I agree with Dr. Uma in a sense, and I agree with you guys. However, this is the issue. In the context of this discussion, we're talking about how when black guys date white women, and it's a whole different approach to their culture and how the black woman is left to feel when they make these decisions. Like and this is based upon what black women are saying. They make them feel like they are the lesser, like they don't deserve things to be laid out for them. How come they are always the last choice as opposed to the first choice when they're the first introduction that you have to women as a black man, where the women around you are your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your sister.
They're not like them.
Female.
They're not like them.
Let me finish. And your female cousin. So that's why the black women have this type of mindset when it comes to it's why not me? Why them and not me? So this is what they're struggling with. So you can't say they wrong because these are their feelings. You can't say you can't say
game up.
You can't say they're wrong. Same thing where you could say that Dr. Uma's wrong, but that's his perspective based upon
What you mean step their game up? Step what game up?
Let me try to make sense.
What's the game?
So this is what it is.
The game
when
is,
you go back to, let me finish, Timmy. When you go back to the whole point of, we go back to the origin of this whole taboo relationships between white people and black people. That's how it's set up. That's the game where it pits black men against black women, and then in turn, white women against black women. So it's always having somebody hating somebody for what they perceive as the greater good. So at the end of the day, if the black man dates the white woman and they lay it out for them and their legacy consists of a white woman, last time I thought, as long as that woman had 1 ounce or one bit of the black man's blood in their children, that's their legacy. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If you got black blood in you, they consider you to be black. Is that true or false? All right. So if their legacy consists of the children that they made with this white woman, right? Just like that man meets his demise and one day he's going to come to an end, so is that woman that he chooses to have. So, but I think black women, what y'all need to do is don't lose too much sleep about what these black men that are not choosing you are doing. Pay attention to the ones that you are choosing, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the ones that you don't, the ones that you're not choosing and not choosing you, they ain't for you to begin with. See,
exactly.
that's the problem. We got to focus on what we chose. Like Sean said earlier, it's the decisions that we make, right?
And
So,
and that, and let's not forget that we had black soldiers all over the goddamn world. So of course you got black different nationalities, black folks over in different Greece, Italy, Paris, Japan, you know, because they've been over there, you know, they're stationed over there. So you're
but
gonna have that mixed race.
but
Oh,
Gina, let me tell you this. There's no way no one can minimize or diminish your feelings, because those are your feelings,
No doubt.
because you are the one that has been subjected to this as a black woman. And
Right.
so has other black women. You just happen to be the one that's basically holding down the fort right now for the black women in this particular context of this discussion. So of course it's going to be all on you, because you are the representation right now. So you speaking based upon what's been done to you. And have you been wrong by a black man? Yes, you have. Had they made bad decisions, whereas you and yours are concerned? Yes, they have. So now, if Dr. Uber is speaking about certain things to the context of this conversation about black men not preparing me for the black nation's future, well, there is some truth in that in the context of this conversation. But there are other things that Dr. Umar has said about the black race that you probably won't have too much disagreement with. You would probably agree with him. Now, I'm talking about the individuals on the panel
I
that
agree with him
Yeah.
most of the time.
Like I said,
disagree.
I agree.
I've
Like,
listened to him before.
be
That wasn't my first
pro-black.
time listening to him. I think that mostly everything that he says is true. I'm not against dating out your race. I'm not against it. I just think that if you're doing it, do it from your heart and not for what what the stereotypes of it.
What society tells you
Right.
what
We're
you
the
should
most
be doing.
disrespected. As he said, black men is the number one race of males that date outside their race.
And
Why
can
is
I
that?
tell you why? Can I tell you why?
Because go
This is
ahead. Go ahead,
this
David.
is this is the reason why, Gina. And I'm going to tell you this as again. Black women are the most loyal women. But within saying that too, you are the ones that are directly impacted with black men's decisions and stuff like this. So a lot of times the black men turning away or traveling a different path has nothing to do with because they don't want a black woman. I can only speak from personal experience. Like I said, that's who chose me at the moment. You see what I'm saying? I never had the mindset, I hate black women. I don't want no black woman. They what's the name? I love all type of women. To say I dislike black women is to say I dislike my mama and all the females in my family, including my daughters, because they're black because of me. Now that's what that says. But again, where this dude it's all a part of the game. Like we all been pitted against each other when people don't understand. That's why black people you can't rise as a whole, because again, in Dr. Uma's what
him
he's
and
saying,
fucking Candace.
with you have somebody in one breath, they're building you up, but then in the very next breath, they're tearing you down. Now, listen, that is the behavior that is most exhibited by women of color. You know why, Gina? Because, and let me stop talking to Gina, because she's not the only woman of color on this panel. This
That's
is
right.
why
Tanya's here too.
My milk of
this is
magnesia.
this is what y'all are first taught. This is what y'all are taught. So this is what y'all do because this is the behavior that is taught to y'all. So y'all preconditioned to think a certain way. Like I said, when they say black men are lazy, you do have some black women and some white women that think that about black men because that is the voice that is most heard.
They think about white men too.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never, ever thought that black men were lazy. Ever. I never thought.
You ain't had a nigga that didn't do
Now you
that.
know what?
Just sat home and
No,
did nothing.
but see, and I'm not a woman, and I'm definitely not a woman of color, but I do know
Wait,
some.
Tanya was
I'm
saying
just
something. I
gonna
wanted
give
to
you
hear what
my
she had to say.
experience. I haven't had an experience of from growing up of a black man being lazy.
I'm sorry.
I had an experience.
That's
I
my
had an
first time
You
even.
ain't never had a nigga that didn't
That's the
do
first
shit.
time even
That
hearing
didn't
it.
do
I'm
nothing.
talking
Just
You
stay
ain't
about
already
home.
kept me heard. I think them.
You got Maria and Tanya trying to say
All right,
something.
go ahead. Maria, welcome. But go ahead, Tanya. Finish
Go,
it.
Tanya, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's my first time even hearing anyone say that black women think black men are lazy. I never even heard
Thank
that
you.
before.
I've never heard that either.
Never in my life before.
So let me just say. Can I say
Can I
this to
finish
y'all?
my thought though?
Go ahead, T. Go
I
ahead.
haven't had the experience of black men being lazy, even from childhood. My father worked, my grandfather worked, my uncles worked. Now, what I have experienced with black men from childhood is them being cheaters.
Yep.
We done talked about that on several
being,
shows.
Being cheaters and leaving the household.
Yep.
Not necessarily from being locked up or going to jail, but going out and just leaving the family.
Leaving the family.
For another
Called a
woman.
milk.
Cheating. Being
For another
dogs.
woman,
That
yeah.
All right, so can I say this to you?
Every woman, and it's not just black men that cheat.
Yeah, so
Yeah. True.
all right,
True.
guys, so to be honest, let's bring it back to context.
Daddy got milk and he never.
I don't want to start talking about this cheating stuff because
Before y'all go on, because I just joined the panel and I heard a couple of things y'all saying about black men dating white girls. What I have heard before, a lot of black men say is just easier because a black woman is too strong for them.
Yep.
It don't have nothing to do with them having an attitude. You're just too strong for them.
see, so you missed it, Maria, when we said earlier where and I'm gonna say this again because it requires repeating. I ain't never going to go back and forth with a woman about my strength as opposed to theirs because I'm ain't no woman more masculine than me. There's no question if this woman is stronger than me because in some cases she has to be and she is. So that's not what's the name. So I ain't gonna argue no pointless discussions. If a woman is this in that situation, she's it. What's understood don't need to be spoken. But what I will tell you is I'm not a woman. I don't play one. I don't pretend to be one. And I definitely ain't no black woman. But what I will tell you as a man of color, yes, I have heard females of all ethnicities and of all nationalities say that the black men are lazy. There are some lazy black men. And I'm just going to tell you, as a black man, I have come encountered with some lazy black mofos. So I'm going to tell you that is true in a sense. And again, you don't have to point them out. They don't represent us all as a whole. But do we act as if it does not exist when it does? That's
Hell no. Hell no. That's why I say
put that
you
just on
can't say you ain't heard
no. I'm
it.
saying based upon I'm saying based upon what is said, where they have said, where some black women have said that there are some lazy black men, that they have come in encounter with lazy black men.
Because
Now,
they experience those
that's right.
people.
And that just happens to be
That's why I
men that
said
they
when
have come
Gina
in
said that,
contact
that's why I
with.
said she ain't experienced no black dude. They ain't never did nothing. They
Now
ain't
that
never got no job. He sat around the house. You working, you come home. At least the motherfucker clean up the goddamn house. He ain't did that. He's playing video games or out on the porch with his boys.
well,
You
again,
know,
those are the
that's what I'm
same.
talking about. I ain't
Those
never
are the
had to
same.
do
Nah, I
Those are
don't
nothing,
know
the.
if he's
nothing.
lazy or he
Or should I say this?
don't give
You
a
might find them wearing your
F.
bathrobe and
Fix your
slippers.
phone. Fix your phone, G. Because we can't hear
Nah,
you
that was
from your
Uncle
number.
Rob talking. I
So, but
said,
you saying
You
you
was
don't know
going
if
in
they're
and out.
lazy.
no, I said that's just a person that just don't give a F. If he comes home, if you come home, he didn't do nothing. He's playing the game and his stuff everywhere. He just don't care. He
I
don't
think we,
care.
you know what? Let's bring this back to context. And Maria, thank you. I'm glad you joined us. Gregory, we got another video from the good doctor. Everybody, please hold your
Gotcha.
I
comments.
told you that doctor was
Timmy,
doing
hold
drugs.
your comments until the video is over, please. We're ready when you are, Gregory.
Zoom meeting.
Hello.
Black men date white girls because you don't value black women.
Mm.
And if you don't value black women, you also have very little self-esteem as a black man as well when it comes to race. You may have a lot of self-esteem athletically. You may have a lot of self-esteem economically. You may have a lot of self-esteem socially. You may have a lot of self-esteem academically. But when it comes to your Africanity, you have low self-esteem. If you believe that the black woman is less than the white woman, you also believe the black man is less than the white man. You can't have it both ways.
Okay, now stop right there. I want to hear from the women first. I'm gonna go to Patsy. Patsy, you've been quiet. Is there any truth to what the good doctor just said? Do you agree with any of that what he said?
No, not really, because it's like when I date the men I've seen that have dated me or I've dated them, or even just black men in general that do date white women, are pretty confident as a whole of who they are. It's not that they lack any sense of their own culture or color or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't find that statement true.
Okay. What about you, Gina?
I find everything that he just said 100% true. I think that if you think that a white woman or any other woman besides the black woman is more than or valued more than the black woman, you're crazy. You're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. And I feel like it's only black men that think like that. It's only black men that think like that. No other race thinks like that. Every other race wants to be with their race, except for black men.
Okay.
Preach,
Maria,
cuz.
I said the women first. Maria,
What's the question?
the question based upon, do you agree with the video? Did you just see the video?
No.
Yes, I agree with him. Yes, I feel like guys that don't value a black woman, you don't like your mother.
That's straight to the point. Tanya,
I double what Maria said. And I agree with him talking about insecurities, because like I said before earlier, that we all are dealing with our own insecurities and demons.
So this is so guys, before you go ahead and answer, I want you to know this is the women are all in agreement, and that's collectively. That's Black women and white women about what he just said. So go ahead, Gregory, you can have the first response.
I disagree with the good doctor. That's all.
Why?
I feel like everything he said was valid. We need to come together. Once again, I keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it.
So do you? Maybe it's my phone. Did you say you agree or disagree with the good doctor?
I said I agree with the good doctor.
Oh, so you agree with the women?
Of course.
Okay. Sean? You gotta take your phone off mute, Sean.
Yep. All right. There we go. Sorry. For the breakdown that he gave, I agree with what he said because he spoke of insecurity. So I agree with that.
Anything else?
When, like I said, and I'm trying to keep it to this video itself. Yeah, I'll agree what he had to say in this particular video.
Okay, that's fair. Timmy?
I agree with Sean on what he said in the video about, if you put a white woman above the Black woman, then you don't care about them. It's like a metaphor to make you think, all right? But I agree with the women too. So it's like a straddle the fence type of question.
So okay, so you're on the fence about it. All right, Robert, what's your perspective?
Towards what? Because I had to step away for a minute.
So you didn't see the video?
I see.
So let's give you the gist of it then. So basically, the good doctor is saying the part that most people agree upon is if you do not value the Black woman, you do not value the woman, your mother, or yourself for that sense. And if you put any other race woman wise above the Black woman, that there's an issue within self. I believe that's what he's saying, the gist of it. There's a problem to begin with. So do you agree with that or disagree?
So basically, if I'm a Spanish guy, I got to put my Spanish women and mother on a high hill because that's my race.
But we're not to stay in context. We're talking about what he said.
Listen, I don't agree with the doctor at all.
He's using it as an example.
Yeah, we're talking about in context.
I don't agree with him. Because
so
the way you told me, I heard something different when I was watching it, and I had to step away after the video went off.
All right, so let me say this to you. So your comment, your statement is going to be based.
He said that if you feel something such and such, you're less than the Black man's value is lower. If you think the white women value is higher than the Black woman's value. I heard all that type of talk from him.
So speak on what you heard.
I'm trying to tell you, I think it's individuality. It's however you feel and believe, because I don't believe that. Okay.
So again, let's take this a step higher because we got like 20-30 minutes. So let's talk about where you got Black women that say the only reason why you're dating this white woman, Black men date white women because they can help them get their credit together, and that they give them financial opportunities that they would not have because they're not going to work. Listen to what I'm saying, ladies, because you are not going to work with the Black woman to get to that point. Let's go to Tanya first. Is there any truth in that? Do you believe that?
Say that again. I want to make sure I heard you correctly.
So, there are Black women that state the only reason why Black men date white women is because they want to improve their credit. In so doing so, that they get opportunities financially that they would not get because they're not willing to work with the Black women to get to that point.
I only can talk from my experience, and I don't have a white man. I have a Hispanic man, and we work together. He didn't have good credit. I didn't have good credit. We worked together to build up each other's credit.
So you don't. So if you're speaking to what these women believe, do you agree with them that the only
that might be true for some Black men. That might be true for some Black men. It's individual basis.
All right, that's being honest. Maria.
I think that's just stereotyping. Like, who's to say that a Black woman don't got good credit? You know what I'm saying? So that's
it's not to say.
No, let me finish. Those are those people that made that comment is putting themselves in that box.
All right, that's fair. So what I was going to say is it wasn't to say that they don't have good credit. Their mindset is the only reason why these Black guys are thinking with them. Let me keep it simple, because they feel that these white women are going to present opportunities the Black women can't present, and they're not willing to wait around for them to get to that point where they can be of some benefit.
So that goes back to me saying that a Black woman's too strong for you. So you rather to go to a white woman who's gonna just lay it all out on the table for you, and you don't put your best foot forward.
Too Black, too strong.
All right, Patty, how you feel about that? Is there any truth to that? Do you feel like that there are some Black men feel like I'm gonna go to this white woman because she's gonna afford me opportunities that these Black women are not able to, and I'm not willing to stick around and work with them to get to that point because you're gonna give them a free opportunity, a free ride?
Well, if that's the case, they looking at him as somebody that already got credit and money, and like I said, some of the guys that I dated, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no credit. So you dating me, you dating somebody that's just as broke as you. You know, so they must be looking at some corporate lady that got some money, got some issues with financial issues going on that are better than his. So he's trying to ride her coattail and not mine. You know.
All right, Gina, it's on you, darling. How you feel about that statement?
I think that's pretty much bum mentality, you know. And if you think that, and this goes into what we were talking about, like it's subjective. So I don't think that any man, any real dude, I'm just gonna be real and say any real nigga I'm dealing with ain't ever gonna think like that, because that's just bum mentality. Oh, I'm gonna date this white woman because she has better opportunities and she, I don't really have to work for it. I guess that's where the lazy part comes in, which y'all was talking about. I'm not gonna work for it. I'm just gonna have this white woman do everything for me. I'm just gonna have this silver platter handed to me. That's bum mentality. So if that's what you want to do, please take them.
Because I deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve it, bum. Not you, but I'm just saying.
Well, if the shoe fits, wear it. I mean,
I know you mean.
Not you, but I'm just saying, like, that's bum mentality. Like, who thinks like that? Not no real man.
All right, Brimage, I'm gonna give you.
Now that's a mama's boy.
I'm gonna give you first shot at that, Robbie.
Come on, lay it on me.
You might be on the right
laid
track
it
with
out.
that,
So I'm gonna put it to you in the term maybe you can understand.
Yeah, so that everybody
I've
else
been
can
with white
understand.
women. I've been with white women. I never ran there because, oh, they had this job, this house, this car. They got this finance laid out. I'm going to benefit from it. She's going to build my credit. No, I don't think that's the case. I tell you personally, at the age I am right now, and you talking about building my credit back, you know, the first example who helped me build my credit back, and I must say my credit and all those scores are looking good now. My daughter, that's a black lady.
All right, well, shout out to your daughter. Again, I'm
Drink to
say,
that.
now I'm gonna say this to you. You reach one, teach one, reach one. I mean, so if you learn something from her, then you need to be passing it on to others that are in similar situations. Gregory, how you feel about that situation? That comment, I should say, that statement.
Can you repeat the statement again?
Black women state that the only reason why you want to date this white woman is because she's gonna help you improve your credit. Basically, she's gonna give you the free ride that I will not, and you're not willing to stick around for us to get to that point where we're financially well off.
Now, from my experience, I didn't look at it that way at all. Like I told y'all earlier, I probably missed an opportunity to milk the cow for whatever it may have been with everybody else's thing. But it, like Cuz said, it, that's a bum mentality to think like that. And I wasn't thinking like that. So with my situation, I'm thinking the same way that this lady treated me, a black woman's treated me that way too. So I couldn't ever say something like that.
All right, Sean.
Yes, that's definitely a person that's number one, either insecure or just a hustler trying to get over.
Okay, so let me stay right there, Sean, because I'm gonna give you the next question too first. So basically, there are black.
How come I didn't get the answer?
Because I already know your answer. You already answered. You said something during. All right, let me be fair. Timmy,
Be fair.
somebody answer your phone. Timmy, how do you feel about that statement where they said the only reason why this black man is dating that white woman because she's going to afford him opportunities that this black woman will not, and he's not willing to stick around for them to get to that point?
Well, for me, I think he's a leech. He's a house pimp. That's what he is. He's a damn leech. Pimping the house. He's pimping his woman, got her out working, and he ain't doing nothing. But he benefit from everything that she bring in the house, food and all that. He's a damn slime ball.
So do you agree with the black women are saying about that black men taking advantage of that white woman or taking advantage of the opportunities that she afford him?
I agree that because you can't put every black dude for the every 2 or 3, maybe 5 out of 95 black men to those 5 ignorant dudes that, or maybe more, it might be 10, that don't know how to go out and provide for themselves and do for others because they, like Maria said, their mama's boys, their mama did everything for them and took care of them. Every time they fell, they were there to pick them up. So that comes into play to how certain black men carry themselves.
Okay.
Like Tanya said, her father and grandfather, if you have people around you that work and show you that, only way you gonna get ahead is work for it and do hard work. But then you have these other people that's out there in the street and they getting that fast money and they playing a part. So now you torn in between hard work for it, or hustle, work for it. You know, so that's where the problem comes in with that there.
All right, so basically the next question is probably one of the last ones. The black women are saying, I don't care if this black man dates this white woman, because in the end, he is going to get exactly what he deserved, and that is nothing good, because she gonna take his money, put him in jail, cost his freedom, and in some cases, cost him his life. Do you agree that that's what happens when the black man that sets out to get ahead with the white woman? Did it always ends badly? Well, I'm gonna be fair about this. I'm gonna let you answer that question first. Like I said, Sean.
No, I do not think that's an accurate statement. For a woman who, in my opinion, who thinks like that, she clearly must know these particular individuals that operate like that. Meaning that she knows a particular black man personally that he to wish the demise like that over his life, or she really does not like interracial dating.
Patty, Maria, same question. Did you hear the question?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I won't say all relationships like that and like that, but we all have seen it publicly with some stars and actors and you might have seen it in your own family. So you might experience that every time this black man dated a white woman, it didn't end well.
All right, Gregory.
Josie's in the house too.
And I'm just gonna say and agree with Auntie, 90% of the time that this stuff doesn't end well. There is a good 10% chance that it might be a happy ending, but 90% of the time this stuff doesn't end well.
Okay, Josie, welcome. So same question. Do you feel like that you have black women that says, I don't care if these white women are dating these black men, because in the end, that black man is going to get what he deserves. He's going to lose his wealth. He's going to lose his freedom, and he in turn he may even lose his life.
I don't know about all of that, losing his wealth and freedom, but to each their own. And if you feel like you want to move forward with whatever race you want to move forward with, that's your own. And I guess I'm not judging. So that's my opinion.
Okay. Robert? You gotta take your phone off of mute.
Yep, that's what he's on mute.
5, 4,
Charlie.
3.
He ain't nowhere
2.
there.
Stop counting.
Could you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, the question was, do all black men end up being arrested, money taken from them, or end up dead after they dealt with a white woman?
I don't think that was the question.
Well, basically, the black women feel like that. We don't care if you date this black man, because in the end, he's going to end up without his wealth, his freedom, and more so his life.
So basically, the same thing I was saying, because he went and dealt with a white woman, he was gonna hit rock bottom when it was all over.
Or the rocks that were gonna be on top of him.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that because it doesn't happen to every black man that date a white woman. Yeah, it happens to some, but it also happens in your own culture too.
Okay. Patsy?
I don't agree with that because, like, if you're gonna disrespect any woman, regardless of what color they are, you definitely gonna get what's gonna come at you. You know, yep, just somebody gonna come at you. We don't have to call the cops on you behind. I'll deal with you on my own.
So
What about Tiger Woods and O.J. Simpson?
no,
You know
stop,
what?
stop. We're not going there. We're not going there.
Don't
Tanya?
even go me on that one. I ain't got that kind of
I
money to
don't
deal with those fools.
You see
but
what
that was
you
crazy.
can't put OJ
Wait.
in with Tiger. He
Tanya?
got his ass whooped.
Yes.
Go ahead. Same.
No, I don't agree with that. Like I said, I have quite a few family members who have married the white Caucasian, and their family is flourishing. So when somebody said 90% the wrong other way, I'm saying 90% the where it flourished.
Okay. Gina?
I don't think that's true at all. I don't think for someone to say just because they married a white woman, they're gonna end their demise is just ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
The hate is real. With
You
that
better
situation.
understand this.
But no, I just think that if that's what you want to do it. Just don't bring down another race of women because you prefer something that you're not used to. When I mean used to, you wasn't born into, you wasn't around, no raised you for any black man that don't like a black woman and as a spouse, I just feel like what the other lady said, you just don't like yourself. You just don't like your mother, your sister, your grandmother, nobody.
All right, so stay there because I'm gonna give you a chance to answer this last question first, basically. So let's say your son is how old right now?
He's 3.
So in 13 years, he brings home a white woman. Are you going to be open to their dealings, or are you going to be closed-minded to it based upon your interactions, or based upon what society says and what society has shown us with black and white relationships, black men dating white women? Are you going to be open to it, or are you going to advise against it?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
That's what we're doing.
Right, I know, but I always say I would not care if my son brought a white woman home. Now, I would prefer him to bring a black woman home, but that's his life. If he said, "Mommy, I don't like black women," then that's a problem for me. That's different. That's a whole nother ball game.
That's a whole
but if
nother
he said,
conversation.
right, but if it's because like he likes her because he vibing with her or whatever, then that's his business and that's his life.
Because you showing him what a black woman is, with what she is. You giving him a good example.
Exactly.
And then he gonna be all right. He gonna make the decision
Right, yeah.
that best fits him.
He
And
gonna
it
be
ain't gonna
like
be,
the
it ain't
other
gonna be
cousin.
because he hate black women, because you ain't
Nah.
teaching him to hate black women. You ain't giving him any reason to hate black women. So you okay with
It don't
that?
have to be
Oh,
her.
maybe she might not
It
have
don't
it.
have to be her. It could be the women
No.
he
I'm talking about.
encountered.
I'm talking
The
about.
women that he encountered.
Let me be clear, gentlemen. I'm referring to any fears that she might have, whereas him thinking that she is not good enough, so that the first example is so he doesn't want to look any further than his mama.
Right.
She
He know
says
that's a damn lie
answer and
anyway.
they
He
gave you
know
one.
that's a lie.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Soon as he brings home the white girl, everybody's gonna be looking into who she is, where she's from, her
Who her
family.
family is.
Are
But
they using
honestly,
big no bull
I
crap?
think
And you can make it seem like it ain't gonna
now,
happen, but
that's what
that's
any
gonna
race
happen.
though.
no,
That's what any
no,
Sure
race.
no,
is.
no,
I have a
Sure is.
white
no,
I have a white
no,
cousin.
no.
I have a white cousin. My cousin,
You
he
got a lot of white
married.
cousins.
You
Well,
got a
yeah,
lot
I
of
have
Got
a
a lot
lot of
of
damn
white
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 cousins.
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 I have a lot of white cousins, but the one that I like, that I've been around the most is from my mom's side, and she's been around me as long as I've been born, and she's white as hell. You know what I'm saying? And no, everybody accepts her. I don't think that I would I would check for anybody that came into my
That's your
family. I'm
damn
like,
family.
what you about? What you black,
That's
white,
your family.
Spanish? Right.
You don't look at no
Gina,
color
I
when
like to
it
say I
comes
wish
to
I
your
had somebody
family.
like you that was on my side.
You don't look at that. You don't look at it as color when it comes to family. You
No, I
know,
don't.
the blood is thicker than color. You know, so you on jump and defend for your blood. You know,
All right, so hold on, let me be fair because I got a different question for the men. So let me get to it. We got about 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Let me go to the rest of the ladies on the panel.
I'm saying Maria.
Patsy, I'm not gonna ask you because you are actually the topic. Basically, you're part of the topic. So I'm not gonna ask you. Not that I don't value your insight, but this doesn't,
Give
purpose.
her a topic.
No. Tanya, if any of your sons bring home a white woman, are you going to be open to the relationship, or are you going to be closed off based upon what society has shown you about black men dating white women in their relations?
Well, my son has come home with a white woman.
Dig it.
And I have a grandbaby.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm open.
Dig it.
Yeah,
No doubt. No doubt.
I vouch for that, Tony.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the woman. Next person, Josie. If your son brings home a white woman, are you going to be open to it or closed-minded based upon current relations with black men dating white women? What society tells you what befalls them, what happens in that situation?
Hell no.
Let's get it. I want to meet your mother. I want to meet your father. Let's get it.
Oh
Let's
shit!
go
I don't know.
crazy.
Damn.
All right, so she said, let's get it. So she's open to everything that comes with it. All right.
Right.
She's sold. All right, Maria, Patty, let's get it. What you think in this situation? If your son brings home a white woman, are you going to be open to the relationship, or are you going to be closed-minded based upon what society has shown you, whereas black guys dating white women is concerned?
That wouldn't have anything to do with it. It wouldn't be about the color. You know, he brought her home, so it would be about who she is as a person in respect
Exactly.
or whatever.
No doubt.
So
No doubt.
I'm closed-minded to all of the girls he bring home until I get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
That's a fair answer.
Answer.
Mm-hmm.
Good answer. Good answer. So now that's what I'll say to the guys on here. Since all the guys have in the beginning of the show, they have admitted it, that they have dated white women. So if you're currently in a relationship, just remember this is hypothetically speaking.
I didn't have a
That means
lady.
that you don't have any plans of doing so. So in the beginning of the show, I said, hello, my name is David. Once upon a time I dated a white girl. Hello, my name is David. I've dated white girls in the past. I don't plan on switching up, dating another white woman, but because I'm currently dating a black woman, and that's who has chosen me and what I've chosen to do at this moment. So God willing, it'll continue to be productive. Let's go to Robin next.
Sorry, I didn't catch
What do
that.
you want to know from me? I mean, I'm trying really. I mean, he just said what he said. What do you?
You
What do you
passed
want?
the baton, and now you gotta say hi. Your name is Robert.
You feel right.
Basically, do you plan on ever dating a white woman again? Because you stated.
Hello, my name is Mr. Great I Am, and if the opportunity present itself, I will date whatever race I choose to date at the time.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Dog,
Timmy,
animal, cat,
Timmy, same question.
You got a fucking applause for that shit.
Timmy, you almost made it through the whole show without an F-bomb. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's no discrimination over here. I'm knocking down everything like bowling pins, goddammit.
And I know that's right.
Gregory.
My God.
You know bowling pins. Hold on. I'm not gonna hold on, because I can't let you get away with that. You know bowling pins are usually white, right?
That's why he said it.
That's
why he said it.
Tell him, Sean. Tell him, Sean.
Go ahead, Gregory.
I'm very open-minded to it. I'll try again.
You'll try again, so it's like Lay's and you just can't have one.
Uh-oh.
I gotta see what happens next time. Try to take this.
David, that's not what he said. Cut it out.
You know, I'm trying to keep it simple. Go ahead, Sean. I'm gonna let you go ahead and give yours.
I'm fine right where I'm at. I mean, I'm not against it, but I ain't looking for that.
So to white women,
Right.
translation, what Sean is saying, he's back.
He's already hooked. He's hooked, and there's nothing
y'all lost out to it. So he's no longer up for grabs.
He's off the damn market.
He had no relations with Monica.
You had your chance. It's done. So let me say this to you, women. And let me say this for all you white women that have dated black men and you consider them as a trophy, or some of y'all just wanted to date a black man because it was something to do, and vice versa, with the black man wanted to date a white woman because he felt like it was something to do, something different. Everybody's doing it. You know, once upon a time in the 80s and the early 90s or mid 90s, everybody had jungle fever. They made a movie about it. They did a song about it. You know, it was a lot of it going on. So it was
I ain't never had no goddamn fever.
Shut up, Ryan. You said in the beginning of the show that
you had a fever.
White women, so
no, I ain't never had no. My temper never went up.
Cut it out.
You wanted the
little never went up. I ain't never had no damn fever.
Had a fever.
I told you.
No, I didn't have.
I
didn't have no damn physical fever.
Oh yes,
no.
you did.
Yes, you did. and you had a fever and you jumped in the pond to cool it.
Timmy,
my fever was
96.6. Leave it alone.
My damn fever was 95.6.
As I was saying,
was 95.6. That was my fever. It ain't never changed.
As I was
You
saying,
had a fever.
Yes, we know. We all know he had a fever. He's got a fever.
I ain't had no damn fever.
Yes, sir. You had
listen. So let me finish.
A fever is temperature. I wasn't goddamn sick. That's a goddamn fever.
Oh, you're sick in love. That's what it was.
Your temperature was so hot you made the news, baby.
No.
All right, come on. Let's bring it back together. So the bad.
And we're moving on.
Everybody had a little. You know, you had your taste for pink toe. You liked some pink toe. That's what it was. So it is what it is. You sampled it, and you'll probably sample more depending on who you are. But the bottom line is, white women, black men. Once you know your value, your worth, you do not seek validation from others. They can't tell you what you're worth because you already know. So
Right.
to all you Black women that feeling like that you lost out on opportunity to date those Black men that went on and they got themselves a white woman. Guess what? You can't miss what you never had.
And they wasn't right for you, like you said, Dave.
All right. That being said, thank you guys for joining us. This is Still a Man podcast show. See you guys next week. God bless you.